Table for two, table for two. Having fun, playing games, just me and you.
Welcome to the Table for Two show. I'm Jane.
I'm Phil.
And here we are another week with another game to take a look at. I want to preface something. When we say a game is new to us or new, we're checking out a new game. It's new to us. I just want to make sure I'm clarifying that because a lot of people are assuming it's a new game on the market. When we say a new game, we just mean we're checking out a new game to us. So just want to make sure it's still something that's available, just so you are aware. It means you can go buy it. But basically, it's new to us.
Yes.
So we're just going to clarify that for those who think it's something else. All right. So today we're taking a look at a new game. New this week. Hello. Anyway,
Yes.
Photosynthesis. Now, I personally picked out this box just because I had no idea what was inside, but I just like the box. I'm one of those people who I pick the horse by the name.
It's true.
It's true, but I think it kind of looks like a Disney scene, or I don't know.
It's kind of cool.
It's a really, really pretty box. It's by Blue Orange
Yeah.
Games, by the way, who put out some pretty nice quality games.
Almost looks like they'll intro to a video game or something. It's kind of cool.
like a little, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a really cool looking box. It doesn't smell so good though. We opened up this game, it's like, oh, paint. You ever get that paint smell when you open up a box? It's like made in China. Not that that's bad, but it definitely, and it says, made in China, not lying. Anyway, it's 2 to 4 players. You have to be 8 years older, or 8 years or older, and about 60 minutes. Took us a little bit more the first time we played because, just because you have to put it together. And you'll see what we mean by that in a minute. But photosynthesis, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So why don't we have Phil explain a little bit about the story of the game. We'll have a little wine, and then we'll show you some components.
Sure. Okay, so photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis?
I don't know. I hated science in school.
Very simply, it's the ability for plants to grow using light and the soil they grow in.
Yeah.
It's a photochemical process.
So if you have kids, though, this might be a cool game for a kid. And we liked it, too, but I'm saying, teach kids about photosynthesis. It would actually be a learning lesson.
Exactly. Now, in the game of photosynthesis, the whole object is...
To get points.
Get points. Get the most points.
What game do you not get points?
Exactly. Now, you get the most points by growing trees in the richest soil. You grow them from seedlings all the way to fully grown. And when they're fully grown...
You chop them down.
You chop them. It doesn't say that, but technically, I guess you're chopping them down. And the trees that grew to full in the best soil are where you get the points. You literally get the points from the soil.
Yeah, so it's not a hard concept at all. Playing the game, it did take a little time to set it up because you have to put all these trees together, which I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah.
It didn't take that long, but it's a setup. You have to set up the parts. Playing the game, to be fair, we had one of our viewers, Paul. Hey, Paul. Yes, we're saying hello to you.
Hi, Paul.
He commented that, it was kind of a game that was kind of fixed. I think that's the words he used.
A tight game.
Or tight game, sorry. Tight game. In other words, there's not much movement, not much you can do around the normal general rules, which is pretty true. We really enjoyed the game, but at the same time, I'm almost going to side with Paul there a little bit because after a while, I was like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I was having fun, kind of, but I was also going, it's kind of boring.
I think with more than 2 players, maybe because you can block each other. So the other element of the game, by the way, is light. So it's not just about the soil. With the light, you're trying to leverage getting as many trees as you can from all angles in the sun. Because if they're in the shade...
They get no points.
They don't get any points.
They get no points. Listen to my English. They get no points.
Exactly.
Maybe I should have some wine before we show components.
I think so.
Today this is the most important part of the show. You all know it. This is Oak Grove. It's a California wine. It's got a little red oak. And by the way, I'm assuming the reason it's a red oak is because the type of wine this is red. Chianti. No, red. It's just red. It doesn't say anything else. No, it's red. So let's have some red wine. By the way, look at my cute little glasses. In lieu of the normal wine glasses that we normally have.
You can't see it on the
camera.
camera.
I'm going to show once I have to pour. Look, little tiny wine glass.
Oh, very nice.
They're like little, I don't know, what do you call these? I guess they're glasses. There you go. They're glasses.
Ooh,
but they're
you know
not,
what I smell?
There's no stem to them.
I smell the results of photosynthesis.
Ooh. Look at you getting all smart on the show.
Yeah, okay.
Well, let's have a sip of wine, then we can show some components. Ooh, that smells nice.
Wow, this is really good.
It's red.
Yeah.
Tastes like red.
Got a little tang. I like that.
Little tang.
Yeah.
That's orange flavored.
No, not that tang.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, let's take a look at some of the components. Why don't you show us a little bit about the components, and then again, reminder while Phil's getting that prepared. Below, of course, as usual, now we have a play-by-play, photo album that you can look at and actually see us playing the game. So
Sure.
take a look at that below. Don't forget, you don't need a Facebook account to do
Right.
that.
And one of the things you'll see when you look at that is the board.
Fan away. But it's actually the game is very pretty. And the soil, if you look at the soil, the green areas, the darker the green, the more rich the soil, and the more, trees you have in this green area, you get better points.
Yes.
So that's obviously the goal. And then that was kind of cool is let me pop this over here so you can hold the board. Then there's the sun. Here comes the sun.
So the sun.
I was singing. You interrupted. All right. Anyway, shut up, Jane.
Here comes the sun.
See?
So the sun will travel around the board in 6 positions.
I'm trying to do.
You can't even see me on the camera, but I'm talking. It travels around the board in 6 positions, and of course, each position. Let me see that again. Oh, I like that.
Pac-Man.
Ah.
Playing too much Atari lately. Did I mention that? Okay. Anyway.
And of course, as the sun travels around the board, it can cause some trees to shade each other.
Yeah, there's little
Taller
arrows
trees.
on here. You probably can't see it, but basically, when the sun is pointing, it tells you which way the sun's hitting, and then
Yes.
the trees obviously can shade each other, and you don't get any sun points for the trees that are being shaded or covered up. So it's kind of a cool board. Then we have the player board.
Yes.
Player board, very pretty again. This basically is where you keep all of your trees. Now I'll show you the trees in just a minute, and you get these sun points.
Yeah, the
over
light
here.
points on
Or
the,
I'm sorry, I call them sun.
sun
You get them
points,
from the sun.
light
points, and you have a little marker that tells you how many light points. And basically, these are what you use to buy more trees, place trees on the board. It's basically your action points, I'll call them.
It's like sun is your currency.
Yeah, you need some sun in order to do anything. And then here, you can talk a little bit about the. So what did you say? You start from what?
You start from a seedling.
Here's the seedling, and you put it on the board, and then you grow it into a baby tree.
A little tree.
And then eventually you use some points, and you medium
A
tree,
little medium tree, yeah.
and then the biggest tree, the fully grown tree.
Yes. And then you cut it down.
I'm gonna cut this game up at the end.
Yep.
And by the way, so you get 4 players, max. So you have the green and orange or whatever you want to call
Yes.
it. Blue, I guess like a blue spruce.
Yeah.
And a little yellow tree.
Yeah, like a pear tree or something like that.
So they're really pretty. But this is the thing. These are all punch outs, and you put them together. What is nice, I will give them kudos for this. I mean, I'm not saying the game is. I like the game. I don't know how often I play, but you can't always see this. But in the box, the bottom of the box, there's inserts that it's a very wide box.
Yeah.
So when you're putting your trees away, you don't have to take them apart. They all fit in there in different compartments, which is, I think, I always like a game that has a good way to store the game when it's done.
And
it
then
won't crush the trees.
The board just kind of sits on top of that on the partition, so it works very well.
There's also these round markers. Round meaning like what round are you on? And with 2 players, you play 3 rounds. So basically that sun, right, goes around the board 3 times.
Yeah, 3 revolutions.
And then whoever has the most points wins.
Yep.
And then the thing is, when you're on the board, when your tree becomes the big tree, it grows. Let's just show the board one more time here.
I'll bring the board up here.
Yeah. So let's say I grew this tree to big old tree here, and it's in the most rich soil.
Yep.
On your turn, using your points and whatnot, you can, again, cut it down. But then what you get is these tokens based on the area you're in, and like this says 14. You may not be able to see that. 14. Yeah. But I got 14 points for cutting down that tree potentially. And the tokens match the color of the board. So depending what area you're in, you get the token with, the same color to get the most points. So at the end, you're just collecting points and killing trees, and it's pretty much life.
Yeah. So the tight part of the game is like you're trying to get more trees into what is called your reserve and your seedlings and all that, and as the sun's going around the first couple times, you're really kind of cranking away on growing those trees up. And then when you start to get into the 3rd round, you're like, well, I don't care about the reserve anymore. Now I just need to start cutting them all down.
The only thing is you can only cut big ones down.
Yeah.
And you probably should mention, per player, you get 2 big trees, you get 3 medium trees, and you can't really see the spaces, but 4 baby trees. So you cut and you get 6 seedlings. So you'll see again in the play-by-play. But you have to be cautious, because when you change something from a small tree to a large tree or medium tree, you take the small one off the board. And if you have a space on your board here, you can put it back, which is good news. You can reuse that tree.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a space on your board, because there are actually a couple more trees than what shows here, then you have to throw it back in the box.
Yeah.
Which I had to do twice during our game. Because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing.
But if it's the last round, you might not
So I
care.
was a little bored. Again, I don't hate the game. I like the game. It's a keeper for now. It might be something we give away later. But, if you have kids, I really do think this is a cool game to learn. It's one of those, like I think a teacher would love this game for the classroom. I really do. We may play this again here and there, but I don't know if it'll be our go-to game. But I like the way it looks. It's a pretty game.
It's kind of fun. You can also, the patterns you make, you can, I'm going to shade their tree this direction.
Well, right.
And I'm going to shade their tree that direction.
There is cutthroatness because obviously, if there's a tree, now I'm going to blue one, this is this one. If there's a tree and I'll say my little tree's here, and Phil says, I'm going to build a big tree right here, then if the sun is facing that way, I don't get any points on my turn for that tree because he's being covered by the big tree.
So you can be like, well, I'm not
there's a
going to
little
cut
cutthroatness
that.
in
I'm
this.
not going to cut my tree down yet. I'm going to let it throw some shade for one more round.
Yeah. So we'll definitely play this again. I don't know if it'll be a go-to game, but we really did enjoy it. Blue Orange typically makes pretty good games. That's why we picked it up as well. But again, I like the box.
Yeah. It's pretty. I mean, the green is just appealing. It's a nice game to look at. So.
Appealing?
Yes.
It's appealing. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Have some more wine. You need some more. That had some good red.
It is.
Okay, a couple more things. So hopefully you guys are liking our newest reviews. Also, I hope you don't mind our Friday, we call it, it's not really a vlog. People who vlog actually vlog their lives. Like, here we are at the airport, and here we are at the... It's more just like a fun video.
I'm brushing my teeth.
Yeah, I'm brushing my teeth. And I like watching those depending on who it is. Like, I am in love with somebody right now. I'll say who. I am in love with Colleen Ballinger. And a lot of people who may know who she is probably going, what? You're too old to watch Colleen Ballinger. I just think she's adorable. But she vlogs like her life. And it's almost like a reality show. But our vlogs are just more like, hey, we're playing some other kind of weird thing like Alexa or another Atari game or whatever. We're actually going to try something new hopefully in a couple of weeks. There's a book that we got recently about edible. I can't say that word. Edible.
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 Not editable. Editable is the show.
Edible. Edible games. I'm going to get the words out. And we're going to try to make one of these edible games. I can't say edible. What's wrong with me?
Edible.
Maybe because I'm hungry. Yeah, we're going to try one of those and that'll be like a little extra vlog. And then, of course, we have the Throwback Thursday, which has been going pretty well. People seem to be liking that and giving us likes on that. So, if you do like our show, hit that like button. We'd really appreciate that. Also, if you're not subscribed, we'd really appreciate a subscribe. I know we have got a few in the last couple weeks, so thank you for that. And also, there's like a little bell down there, and if you ring the bell, it'll let you know when we post new videos. Now, sometimes that can be annoying. Oh, God, they're posting another video. But we only post 2 videos a week, and they're pretty short, so hopefully you won't mind that. And give us feedback if you want to give us feedback. We're always looking for that. But now let's talk about the new contest.
Yes.
This is what we're doing. So a while ago, if you haven't watched Trellis yet, we just gave away 2 copies of Trellis last week. Only one person has claimed their prize, though. So I think the other lady's name is, I'll have to look it up. Well, we'll make another note. If she doesn't claim it within 30 days, we will repick for Trellis.
Yeah, we have all the names still in the same thing
in the
we
pumpkin,
picked them out of.
yeah.
The
so
pumpkin.
we only give you 30 days to respond. If you don't respond, we're going to give the game to somebody else. So make sure you respond. But once a month, so every first Sunday when we post a show, like today, on our Facebook page, there will be a poll. And that poll will show you the games that we played the prior month. Okay, and by the way, that would include Trellis from last month. So Trellis, what else did we play? Megaland,
Megaland,
all those games we played last month and showed you. We're going to have a list of those. Pick the one you'd want the most after you've seen our videos or watched our play-by-plays. And then let us know. And then the next first Sunday of the month, we'll go ahead and, Facebook Live, like we normally do, pick the winner of the prior month. So that means we're going to give away 12 games this year, at least 12, unless we're feeling really fun again, like we did with Trellis and give away 2. Because sometimes we just feel like spending more money. But anyway, so, feel free to enter that contest. It'll be posted today, Facebook. And, hopefully you get to win a prize in a month.
Yeah.
So that's how we're going to do the new giveaways for our new version of our show. Anything else we have to say, Philip?
No, I think, I mean, your odds are pretty good of winning. I mean, we have a lot of
Until more people watch our show.
We have a lot of entries, but if you are persistent and you keep, getting your entries in, then maybe you'll eventually get lucky.
Yeah, we had 50-something entries last time, which is pretty good for us.
Yeah.
But please feel free to share the video. Let friends know if you want to, that we're nice and we're nice people and you'd like them to watch our show.
Yes.
We're trying to get more viewers as much as possible. Anyway, so you have a good rest of your week. And we'll see you next Sunday with another new show. And Friday, we'll do something fun as we always do. Mm-hmm. Have a good week. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. I'm going to drink some more wine.
Me too.